So I was brought on to kind of help with some of the planning for, ways that maybe this grant funding could be used for our specific student population.
Since Lakeland, it's a community college, it doesn't have student housing, we had to be more creative. So that time allowed us to be more creative so that we came up with a sustainable outcome from the grant. Part of the wellness campaign was Dr. Browner developed a 1 credit hour course, a wellness course. And part of that course is I go in and speak about suicide prevention to the students who signed up for it.
In that course, we took like field trips or tours around campus to see the resources that are offered on campus. Taking the opportunity to show the student their surroundings and build a comfort, because the last thing you would want is a student to enter on this very meaningful journey and not know all the help and all the resources that are available to them.
So we decided to use, a good chunk of the funds to cover the building of like relaxation zones or wellness areas on campus to be able to promote those kinds of experiences throughout the year. So
we set up many different areas around the school. In the library, we're also setting up another area that will be back by the back of the library for the same thing, to go back there, take a nap, peace and quiet, just re-energize yourself.
The library has a long history of providing resources for students.
We have stress relief kits that we give out to students, and this was sort of a pandemic move. In the past, we would just have a table where we would have things for students, or we'd have spaces where we would have, like, the coloring table. We'd unroll a long, sheet for coloring, and students could color different parts of it. Or we have these little sticky dot kind of paintings that people can do, like sort of a paint by numbers, but with stickers. The ramping up, I think, is going to allow us to provide more stress relief kits for starters.
The library purchased the supplies for the stress relief kits. Originally, they were 80 distributed during those weeks, during finals week and midterm week. And then with this grant, we were able to double that to 160.
Mental wellness is a vital component of overall wellness.
I think that in my experience with Lakeland, they put that as a priority. Yes, academics are, what you're here for, but mental health actually is just like the steering wheel of a car, or is so important. It's something that's usually like the black sheep that people just are recently starting to talk about.
Working with students, you really feel for them, and you really do see it close up when things are impacting them and stressing them out. And it's understandable, and I think, usually people just compartmentalize it. So it's like stress from your finals or something. But it's usually bigger than that. There's usually more things that are stressing people.
I think this is great that we're able to have these funds and help end some of that stigma around mental health, and recognizing that our students, some of our students do struggle, and how can we better connect them to resources on campus as well as within the community. So I think it's great.